Hi, what's up?
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty well. How about you?
Good, good. I'm doing great. What is your name?
Oh yes, this is MD Samuel Basha.
Okay. And my name is Greg.
Oh, where are you from?
I am from New York.
New York. Oh my goodness, I have good relatives in there. Do you know Queens?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
In Queens?
yeah.
Oh, it's very nice. Yes.
My maternal uncle and aunt is still here.
Oh, wow. Do they like living in New York?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
They
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
like 10 years since they were already stayed there.
Oh, okay. So they lived there for 10 years?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yes. I mean, New York now, right now, we have big problem with coronavirus, but
Yes,
you know,
COVID-19, this is a big issue, you know.
yeah. Obviously, a huge issue in the entire world, but yeah, New York especially is very bad right now.
What is the news for today?
I think like right now in New York, it's still we still have a lot of people, but it's it's getting a little bit better because it's not growing as quickly, but we still need a lot of people to recover for coronavirus.
Okay, I hope as soon as possible that they are getting
Yeah.
very strong.
Yeah, me too, me too. It's hard because it's hard. We can't really I don't go. I stay at my home. I don't go to any stores or anything like that. So just try to stay home as much as possible.
Yeah, but I have one question to you but this is not a mandatory. If you are eligible to answer it, that's why I'm very pretty happy about it. Can
Okay.
I share with it?
Please. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, in Cambly, I have just got 15 minutes for free trials. So if I finished it within 5 or 7 minutes with you, we stay with you, then if I my speaking with you, then my whole 15 minutes are lost or not.
So
I
if
lost
you
all
mean
of them.
if you don't complete your 15 minutes, you mean?
No, I'm not. If I finished it without 15 minutes, I'm
Right.
not finished. all of them.
So like if you finish 10 minutes and then you have 5 minutes left, you mean?
Oh yeah.
So from what I know, I think you have 15 minutes for today. So if you want to do 10 minutes with one teacher and then do another 5 minutes with another teacher for today, you can do it. But after today, you lose the 5 minutes, the remaining.
Yeah, thank you for this answer.
Yes.
So, how about you? Can I explain about yourself?
Yeah. You want me to introduce myself to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, for me, I've been teaching on Cambly for a little over 2 years. And I've been teaching English for 4 years, in general. And yeah, I have a lot of regular students on Cambly. I teach anything conversation mostly, but I do grammar, I do business English, job interviews, presentations, stuff like that as well. So if you have any interest, depending on what you do, if you want conversation, if you want something to practice that's specific, all of it is possible on Cambly.
Thank you. You're currently students, no, or currently teachers in profession.
My Cambly students are which was it? Sorry.
In your background, I'm just saying you are currently student, no, or teacher.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah. So I'm only a teacher. I work full time as a teacher.
Oh, that's great. Really sounds good.
Mhm. Yeah, I work full time. That's my main job, and especially it's a great job to have now, especially because of coronavirus.
Oh, that's great.
Yep.
Really amazing.
How about you? Are you a student now, or you have a job?
Yeah, no, I'm still a student. I'm currently a student, and I'm doing my bachelor's, and my position is running already this semester first, but due to COVID-19 pandemic, I just totally stop and restless now,
Mhm. Yeah, it's a difficult situation, right? Because if you're a student now, you can't go to school, right? You have to do a lot of online things for your school.
No, this is not a good system, so it's not running yet. But I just listen that within a short time, this will they take good steps for this one, and very short times they get a good scope for ourselves to giving a class in online, and I'm just searching this scope actually.
Understood. Yep, understood. So you have now you have a difficult situation. Did they say when the school will start again?
I don't know when it will start, but I hope that it's very soon.
Yeah. I hope so as well. Do you speak English at your school? Do you have like an English class?
Oh, I have English class in my schools. I'm a student of varsity, right? And in schools I have English class, but in varsity this is a government varsity, so there is not a good language class. We would not practicing English there, so a little bit not good enough, and no sufficient scope there.
Understood. Yeah, a lot of students say the same thing, and especially with the speaking part. So you know.
I have another question. Can I share with you?
Yeah, absolutely. You could say not share. Don't say share, but say like, can I ask you? That's the more common way to say it. Like, can I ask you?
Oh, okay. I asked you that my pronunciation speed is not a better. It is good or bad?
Your pronunciation, it's good. I mean, I understand you very well. I think you're very similar to a lot of my other students in the fact that you speak very well. You obviously have a good English knowledge and you know the language well. I think for you it's about just just sounding more like a native speaker, and that just takes a lot of conversation opportunity and practice to do that.
Okay, but I think that after COVID-19 whole pandemic, then I want to be do exam in IELTS. So in international, yes, in International English Language Testing System, there is 4 steps, listening, writing, reading, and so many more. So, in which one is very important to get a good band score in IELTS? Can you explain me?
Yes, I have a lot of students who take IELTS exam on Cambly who are preparing for it. I think the speaking, a lot of places they want your overall score, but a lot of places want the speaking score, because they want to see how well you can communicate with other people. So the speaking score is super important, and that's where I think it's really good to practice the speaking on Cambly, because you can talk to another person, which is super important. So I've done the speaking. Cambly has a lot of great IELTS conversation material. I also have some other websites that I like to use for IELTS preparation, so it's something that is definitely really good to practice using Cambly.
Yeah, thank you very much for your time.
Yes.
And can you say anything for me? Any question?
Yeah, I have a couple of questions. I'm just curious, like, what are some of your hobbies? What are things that you're doing, like, in your free time recently?
Okay, in my favorite hobbies, different kinds of hobbies I like most. Mostly I like this gardening to playing cricket, and most of the time I spend in internet, especially nowadays. You know that the lockdown is a whole country, so I spend most of time in internet and browsing different type of website, and especially I chat and hang out with my friends in internet, and that's one most favorite for me right now.
Nice. So you have a lot of things. Obviously, you're doing at home. Like I do the same. Like watching. Like, do you like to watch TV series or movies or something like that?
Yeah, when I just got a free time, then I'm not like most of watching TV, but when I just different kinds of sports, I mostly favorite different kinds of sports like cricket. So mostly I'm not watching TV actually, but when sports is running, that's why I'm just sit and cricket is my favorite.
Yeah.
And I watch.
Yeah, I don't know too much about cricket, just because it's not popular in USA that much. So I know it's obviously a huge sport in the world, but in USA we don't really play cricket here. So I'm always curious to find out more about those kind of sports that I don't know.
not popular in cricket, but they just start a cricket team, right?
In USA,
Much popular maybe in
I don't know,
football, right?
But yeah, so most popular in USA is like American football, basketball, super popular.
Yeah.
And then like instead of cricket, we have baseball, which is like similar, not obviously not exactly the same, but kind of similar.
Yeah, the last World Cup, maybe USA participant in football, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. So yeah, we have the United States is very interesting with the sports. We are very popular, very common with the sports. So we have so many professional sports, and it's a big part of the American culture.
Yeah, but most of the places is very nice, right? In Manhattan, there is longest buildings and so beautiful. And New Jersey and Niagara Falls is also one of them, and Florida, California, the largest states in the United States, and both of them is very recognized, and they're very tourist place, right?
Yeah. I mean, Manhattan has, in general, like the good thing about like if you live in Queens or something, Queens is much more like residential. It's very authentic New York. It's not touristy, so I think it's a great place to live, and it's definitely cheaper than Manhattan. Manhattan, you have a lot of tourist attractions, so while you have everything going on in Manhattan, it's so expensive to live there. So I think it's better. Like you could live in Queens, take the metro, the subway. You're in Manhattan 10 or 15 minutes easily. So it's very easy to move around New York City.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, we have that. We have other places like Brooklyn in New York is very common too. If you ever if you know about Brooklyn, there's so many. New York is a really big city. So.
How about Jamaica?
Jamaica?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean for like the country or the part of New York and Queens? Jamaica, Queens? You mean?
I mean that the locations. I mean the place and the people.
But which there's more than one Jamaica. Like there's Jamaica's. It's part of New York. And then there's a Is that what you mean?
But New York is just besides in Queens.
Okay, Jamaica, Queens, yeah. I don't know too much about it. I've never really. The only time I would go in that area is to go to that's where all the airports are in that area. So I don't know. I don't really know too much about it. I don't go to where I live. I don't live in New York City, so I don't really. I live like 30 minutes outside of the city, so I don't really go to New York City that much in recent time.
But I have a kidding question to you that in Jamaica maybe the Black Americans stay there much.
Are you saying there's a lot of African Americans that live there? You mean?
Yeah. The black people actually.
Yeah, same thing. African Americans, just the more formal, the more respectful way to say black people. So.
Sometimes I just listen that they are sometimes their behavior is just rude and very dangerous sometimes.
I don't honestly I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. I don't live in that environment, and I just don't know too much about it, so I can't really say, to be honest. So I don't know.
But I think that my time is already maybe the last on.
Yeah, you what?
Stay with me for my next videos and subscribe my channel.